Okay, so for number 10 here, it says with a graphing calculator, calculator company. Alright, so with a graphing calculator just means you could do it with a graphing calculator. The question is, a calculator has a daily production cost of C equals 50,000 minus 55x plus 0.0225x squared in dollars. So that whole, whatever x is, and that's units produced, what C equals is dollars. How many calculators should be produced to yield a minimum cost? Alright, what is the minimum cost? So let's graph this. So I'm going to open up a new document, add a new graph. So for f of x, we're going to let that be c, and then x will just be x. So I'll type in 50,000 minus 55 times x, and then plus 0.0225x squared, so caret 2. Alright, we hit enter, and you don't see anything because, you know, the graph has a y-intercept of 50,000. It doesn't really fit in this viewing window. So if you kind of have a good idea of what the graph looks like, what maybe like the maximum or minimum y values are, or, you know, not minimum or not maximum because it's facing up, you could do menu, graph entry, window zoom, and adjust the window settings. Or you could also zoom out, but if you zoom out, you might take a couple of zoom outs before you see the graph. So when in doubt, you can always do zoom fit, and it should find at least part of the graph. It might not be perfect, but it's gonna, at least it found part of your graph. So from here, after you do zoom fit, then you could zoom out, and it kind of looks like a line right now. But as I'm clicking, like probably clicked around 10 times right now. I've zoomed out. Now you can see it looks like a parabola because it's zoomed out enough. All right, so this is the cost. So that means if we trace this, all right, so a way to find the minimum would be to do analyze graph minimum, and then go to the left lower bound, right upper bound, and it finds the minimum point. So x was units produced. So that means that when you produce 1.22 e plus 3, that means move the decimal place over 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So that's around about 1,220 items. All right, your cost is going to be, alright, e plus 4 means we move the decimal place over 4 times. So that cost is going to be around 16,400. Alright, so those are the answers to number 10. Units produced to minimize the cost, and then the actual minimum cost is the y value.